Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight was today. What a beautiful day, a nice breezy one out here. And I hope you're really taking time out for yourself, or if you're a person like Starlight that's always by herself, is to make sure you're having balance by spending time with someone or even calling someone up, and you know um, connecting with other people. It's so important that you have balance, but spending time alone is how you're going to find out who you really are. And if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you could find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you could give this video a thumbs up, and you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget, oh no, my bell. It gets in my backpack, so okay. Don't forget the bell. That way, the notification bell. That way, you do not miss any videos. Plus, don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Swing by and say hi to Starlight by leaving a comment down below. And thank you. I got some people out there that reach out to Starlight, so I really appreciate you. And I want to just say thank you to everyone out there that has subscribed to my YouTube channel and who has given me thumbs up, who even watched Starlight's videos. So thank you. And those of you who leave a comment down below, thank you so much. And those of you who share my videos, thank you all. And also, besides leaving a message down below, you could share my videos with your family, your friends, a cat, a dog, and don't forget my playlist. Plus, you could follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So anyway, I think this is a little heat. Now this is funny. We have been lied to. Our ancestors been lied to. Grandma, grandpa, your mother, your father, all the families before that, generation after generation, from the beginning of time, we've been lied to, and deceived. So a long time ago I had people that were telling me stuff, and I believed it. And now for so many years I've been learning that it is not true what they told me. And I guess depending on where you are in your life, as far as what are you doing in your life, So this is, Starlight's kind of waiting a little bit before she really gets to what she's talking about today. Has anybody told you, like maybe people that are older than you, maybe, your parents or even your grandparents, has anybody, older than you told you that, hey, don't worry, life gets easier when you get older? I believed that long time ago. I believed that. Now, I had some time to think about this, throughout my life. And what I've been learning, and my mentor taught me this, is life doesn't get easier, you just get smarter. So I don't even know who it was, but it wasn't just one time I've heard somebody, of course they were up in the years, who told me that it gets easier. And it never made sense when I heard it, because I didn't really believe that when I heard it, but I wanted to believe that, because my whole life before I started waking up, once you wake up and you start understanding things better in this world, you start getting wiser, and, you can see things better than what you did before a little bit, because now you're not in the dark, you're not, sleeping still, where when you're awake, at least you know that you're in the stimulation, you're aware, and you can see through the bullshit, where before I knew stuff was wrong. I knew something didn't make sense my whole life, so Has anybody ever told you that life gets easier? Now, that person that might have said that, I don't know where they got that from, because I look at people that are older than me, and anywhere I go out in public, sorry, I gotta turn this heat on up here, in here, hang on. I'm back. I am sorry. I think this room, the heat doesn't work right or something. Whew. So, anyway, now where was I? Yeah, so I have worked with handicapped people. I've worked with disabled people, people with mental illnesses, and all that stuff when I was younger. And it didn't look easier when they got older. So I don't know what this person was saying. Oh yeah, it gets easier. I guess depending on what you are doing in your life. What are you doing? If you're absolutely doing nothing with your life, that you're just letting life pass you by, maybe that's what they meant. But that's not where Starlight is. And I have been learning this right now in my life is there's no accidents or coincidence in this, in this world. Now, there's some people that will argue on that note, because I've actually have had people that have done that with me, and where I'm like, there's no coincidences, no accidents, and then they go totally the opposite. Where I realize now, from the time that I was born, even before the time I was born, when hey, my mom and dad, blah, 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 the time that they had me, when my mother, had me inside of her, everything from that point all the way through my whole life, I had to go through those things that I went through even before I was born, and all the way through my childhood, my teenager years. Man, I'll tell you, it's just, I only made it, like through the two, wow. I mean, like, what a mouthful on that. Just from birth all the way to my teenage years before I left the home. Okay, that was a heck of a ride. And all the way through, my life has been hell. But I realized that, what? Where I am now, all that stuff that I went through my whole entire existence, is, they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's a hard pill to swallow when you're going through shit. I have to say, I've had many people tell me that right in the middle of something. Hey, yeah, it's just like almost like the worst timing that's the timing that you don't want to hear about it. When you're right, you haven't quite got through what you're going through, and then bam, somebody tells you that, because you don't feel strong when you're going through shit at the time, when you feel defeated, when you feel like giving up. You don't feel strong at those times. But what I'm realizing is that there's things that happened to me a long time ago, or even things that I've learned throughout my existence, that now it's making more sense. That nothing happens by coincidence, nothing happens by accidents, and there's no coincidence. Those things, and I just talked to a homeless man not too long ago at a park. I was helping him out, and he goes, you know what? The things that I went through when I was younger, it's helping me, to get through what I'm going through right now. So I hope that really helps all of you out. Is, there's times that all of us go through something. There's some people that go through light workers out there, they, or chosen ones, black sheep of the family. There's a lot of people, they go through hell on earth, but see, now those things were lessons to learn, and now I can use all those things, and things that I mean, Starlight has gone through some stuff, but now I got tools, I got wisdom that I would not have today if I didn't go through all of that. So life does not get easier, but you get smarter because of all those things that you went through. And hey, you got through it, right? There is definitely many times in my life I didn't know how I was going to get through a lot in my life. I mean, repeatedly, over and over again, you know. But you know what? Now I'm understanding, now I can look back and like, wow, you know what? Now I can help other people with what I survived and what I went through. And that's why God has me chosen I'm a chosen one, number one, a light worker. And that is why God is using me here on a YouTube channel, is to help people because of the things that I went through. And I didn't get through those things on my own. I had help. I didn't realize I had help the whole time. There was times that I thought God left me, but I knew, sometimes you forget what you read in the Bible, even though you can read it over and over again. But, there's so many different things, like God doesn't give you more than you can handle. I'm not going to word it perfectly the way the Bible says it. But, and I'll tell you what, when you're going through shit at the time, I'm like, I've been there where I'm like, oh, man, this is too much for me. How am I going to get through this thing that I'm going through? It seems like it's bigger than me. And then I would remember verses because, I was going to church faithfully all the time at those years. And I'm like, what it says in the Bible, that God doesn't give you more than you can handle. And I'm thinking, well, how is that? I just couldn't understand at those times. So if you're going through a hard time, in your life right now, and I learned this, I have to give credit when due, is my mentor taught me this, is, because I went through this my whole life. Why is this happening to me? Why? Why this? Why? I mean, I could go on and on and on. Some things, what I went through, it was Starlight not, I knew what I was getting, I got into stuff, and I knew before I went there that I should not do that. Those are the times that I expect, okay, I understand. You reap what you sow, when you, like if you're sinning, you got to pay for the consequences of those sins, that I understand. Like if I purposely if I went to steal somewhere in a store, like I did many times, I was a thief when I was growing up, started out very young, and, so like as a thief, when you're stealing, is, you steal it. Hey, a lot of shit can happen to you, being a thief. Like, you could get caught, right? And you could go to jail, right? Starlight's been there one whole night. I thought my life was already hell, and here I was locked up. But that was because Starlight was actually homeless. So I had no food. So what are you going to do, So anyway, those consequences I understood. So in life, all those things, you learn lessons, hopefully, right? And there's times all of us might have to repeat those over and over again until we finally figure it out. Oh, you know what? I am tired of going through that all over again. And, I learned my lesson. I'm not going to do that anymore, There's a lot of lessons that I had to learn where, like when I got caught stealing, you would not believe the stuff. They thought it was funny, the things that they saw that I was stealing. And it was kind of funny. It wasn't really funny at the time, but, they had a pickle. Starlight had, and by the time they caught me, it was like half the pickle, I don't know where it went, but I was hungry, so and it was kind of funny, the stuff that they Starlight stole. But I'll tell you what, I learned my lesson behind bars. There's other people, I have people that are related to me where they they've been in jail many times their whole life, and they still did not learn the lesson, don't steal, So some of us get it and some of us don't. But the only way I can think of that life would get easier later on if you just weren't doing anything with your life, but it still is not going to be easy because you're going to go through health problems, and that's why it's so important, to eat healthy and stuff like that, is so then later on things will be smoother for you. I've witnessed so many people, their health goes down the tubes. So and that's why it's so important to keep your heart right with yourself and other people, because I'll tell you, this heart, you got a heart chakra in there. A lot of people don't believe in this stuff, but those chakras are real as can be. And if you don't keep your heart right with yourself or other people, it has a way of messing you up in so many different ways, or your other chakras, that really can do a lot of damage to your life, So it is so important to understand that whatever you've gone through in your life, that is going to help you to get through what you're going through right now. It's going to give you the tools, it's going to give you the wisdom and knowledge to get through. So life is not going to get easier, and I'm sorry to say that, but you're going to be wiser on, like right now, the things that I'm going through right now is going to help me later on when I need it, So there's a big confusion out in the world, and that was the whole plan in the beginning, is to confuse people. So just trust and believe anything that you've gone through. There's some people, they get bitter and angry. I do know some people, I've talked to people recently, and they get bitter, and they're like ready to attack. They're looking for somebody to attack, and so because their childhood, that they're not, they got hatred in their heart towards family members. They have not forgiven them, and you don't even have to mention the person's name, and they just like, and they have to deal with that. They have to forgive those people, and they might not like the answers if those were lessons for them as a child. So you really got to understand whatever you've gone through in your past, it is helping you later on, that you can actually help other people go through what they are going through, because you've gone through it, you experienced it. It's not like you read a book. It's not like you went to college to learn it. You learned it because you felt the pain of what you experienced. So you can use that wisdom and knowledge. Don't keep it to yourself. If you can use that wisdom and knowledge, the things that you've gone through in your life, you can help other people. And that's what I am doing here. I've always wanted to write books. My whole life I wanted to write books, wanted to write stories, wanted to, all this stuff. So I do have a book written. It's just that, now I do want to write other books. So it is good to be able to use what you've gone through and help other people out with that, so then you can give them the help that they need. So I don't want to tell you that life gets easier, and I just can't imagine why somebody would say that, because I see so many people when they get older, it don't look easy to me, where they have a hard time walking, they got all kinds of stuff goes on with them. They're in the hospital a lot, and that's why it's so important to really love yourself and eat healthy, be kind to yourself and other people, and I could go on and on. There's other things that I would like to talk about on this video, but I can't. That will be another time, but you just get stronger and wiser throughout all those things that you've endured in life. And like I said, when you get through it, you're going to be stronger and you're going to be wiser. And like right now with myself, things that I learned before, now I can actually use those in my life now, and things that I'm going through now, later on, I'm going to be able to, it's just going to, all that information and wisdom I'm going to use that, what's going on now, for later. Just like with me on this journey of living in my car. I I had no clue what it was. I've been in my car before, but this was a long period of time. I've never been in my car living this long. So, I learned stuff a long time ago about the do's and don'ts of my car. So now when I started out on this journey, I was able to, hey, I remember, different things that, to do and don't, if it got too cold. So, just be thankful that, you have another day to go at it again, to have a fresh start, a new perspective of, like being positive and saying, hey, I got this. Yeah, I've gone through a lot, but look what you've got through. Look at all the things that you've endured in life, and look at all the wisdom and knowledge that you picked up, and you are a stronger person than what you were before. You're not the same person that you were before. Now, and it's, just like a video game, you're going to have another level to go up in another game and another, and each time you're going to, have a new challenge, and it's just going to help you to be stronger and wiser each time, each level that you go on in life, the game of life, that is what we are, is in a game of life here. So anyway, I love you so much. You got this, whatever you're going through, and remember that God is there with you. You got to ask for help, in order to receive help, so you got to put your pride down. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks. If you need guidance or support, love, anything like that, just know what it is that you need and ask God for help, pray to God, and I pray to God, or you can pray to Jesus, you can pray to the universe, whoever your God is. Mine is the Creator. But so yeah, pray, and if you do need help, get help. You can't do this on your own. So anyway, I love you so much. This is Starlight. You can give this video a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, don't forget the notification bell, and you can leave me a message down below. Beep, beep, beep. Plus, you can share my videos with your family, your friends. Let's see. A seagull and an owl. Who? An owl. Who? An owl. Yes, an owl. Who? Just kidding. So anyway, yes, you could share my video, The Wise Old Owl, So yes, you could share my videos with The Wise Old Owl. And also don't forget my playlist. Plus, you can follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dig with Starlight. I love you all. So life doesn't get easier, but you get smarter, you get wiser, you got this. So just say, okay, you know what I'm going through right now, I'm going to use it later on. And you're just going to be wiser, and you're going to be able to see through bullshit, when people are, because you're experiencing stuff. You're living life. It's not like you're, I hope not. There's some people, if they say that, life gets easier, then they must not be. They're probably sitting in front of a TV all the time, and, just relaxing, chilling out, and not being the change that we really need to see people in the world by, helping others, by serving other people, and looking for ways that you can help out the planet, whatever. There's a whole bunch of stuff that a lot of people are out there helping out and getting their hands dirty to be the change that they want to see in the world. Anyway, I love you so much. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace.